Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I would be grateful if you take a few moments to listen to the following short safety announcements. On hearing the fire alarm, we would ask everyone to evacuate the building immediately. Please leave in a calm and orderly manner using the exits which are located at the front and the rear of the hall. Then make your way to the assembly point at the front of the physics building located at the car park side of the hall opposite the main building. We would ask you to remain there until instructed otherwise. Please do not attempt to re-enter the building, even if the alarms have been silenced, as this does not always mean that the emergency is over. Today, more than ever, I'd like to thank you all for wearing a face mask. It is important to remind everyone that masks should be worn whilst in the hall unless you're crossing the stage. I would also like to take this opportunity to ask you to silence all mobile phones now for the duration of the ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation, and we trust you enjoy your visit to Queen's University. A short university video will now be played.
I've always had an interest in going on to have a career in research, so I knew that when I was picking the university for my postgraduate studies, I needed to pick a university that is known on the international stage.
Skills anywhere I find myself. What matters is to apply the skills to make wherever I find myself a better place.
It seems to be a great way to separate yourself from the rest of the pack. Shows the employer that you're engaged and you're really interested in this area.
Since becoming a postgraduate student and I have access to the graduate skill, it's a gorgeous building. It's really easy to work your life around it. Like, if it doesn't take over your life, it improves it.
Please rise to receive the academic procession.
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to our graduates, the families and friends on this very special occasion. I declare open this congregation for the celebration of degrees, diplomas and certificates. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, guests, friends, fellow members of staff, I'm really delighted to have the opportunity of saying just a few words to you today. And to our graduates, can I say, welcome back. We're really delighted to be able to host this celebration event as part of our winter graduation season. Now, you've all received your degrees, of course, but unfortunately, you were denied the opportunity of having the traditional Whitlaw Hall experience until now. Today, you'll be able to mingle with your former fellow students, with your family, with friends, and it's also an opportunity for us to congratulate you and say, well done. When you began your Queen's journey, you could not have imagined just how much life would have changed by the time this journey ended. No one could have foreseen the global catastrophe that lay ahead and how it would impact on us all. Normal life as we'd known it had changed, had been put on hold indefinitely. But let me pay tribute to the people of Queen's, to you and my staff colleagues, for the way that you responded and adapted to an extraordinary situation. In short, you helped the work of your university to keep going. Doing that required imagination and determination, both of which you have in abundance. We should all feel proud, very proud of the way our people contributed to the well-being of the wider community. I think of the hundreds of students across our health and social care professions who graduated early to join the NHS workforce. I think of our researchers engaged in clinical trials or vaccine development, or working on research into new therapeutics, or examining the social impact of the pandemic. And I think of our student volunteers, so many of you giving your time in all sorts of ways. And today we celebrate the achievements of our graduates from the School of Medicine, Dentistry and Biomedical Sciences. We take this opportunity to recognise and thank all healthcare workers for their efforts through the pandemic. All of you today should feel very proud indeed. Your commitment and service to the community is of a very high standard indeed, and I congratulate you and I thank you all. You've all made a huge contribution to society and you've enhanced the reputation of your university. Now, university life can be challenging, and you've had some nervous and challenging moments over the past few years, especially around exam time. And then came COVID, presenting us all with stress of an entirely different kind. You rose to that challenge too. You showed your determination and your ability. But you weren't alone. There was a team behind you. I'm thinking of individual members of staff who did so much to guide you through, and of course your family and friends cheering you on from the sidelines. They've all played their part, so why don't we give them a well-deserved round of applause? Our students are the lifeblood of our university, and you, our graduates, are the future of our society. You've accomplished a great deal during your years of study, and you've every right to feel a sense of pride. You've knowledge and skills that will make a real difference to the lives of others. But above all, as I've said, you've learned how to be resilient. Your ability to cope with adversity has been tested, and you've come through with flying colours. But leaving university isn't the end of something, it's the beginning. This part of your education is over, but your capacity to learn and the opportunities to do so are undiminished, and indeed are very important in your professions. Or, as the American President Harry Truman once put it, it's what you learn after you know it all that really counts. So once again, my congratulations to you. I'm delighted that we're having this opportunity to celebrate together, and I wish you all much continued success in your career. Thank you.
Vice-chancellor, I present to you graduates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Medicine, Dentistry and Biomedical Sciences. Shanice Elizabeth Crean. Fiona Cunningham. Rosalie Vera Douglas. Peter Francis Gallagher. Kevin James Harkin. Leonie Heron. Joshua Holmes. Noisa Filipa da Silva Inacio. Niamh McCabe. Neil McCafferty. Amy Margaret Bridget McCorry. Colin Gerard McElman. Niamh McCare. Rachel Ann O'Neill. Henrik Stanikowski. Katie Jane Stott. Alison Patricia Toogood. And for the degree of Doctor of Medicine, Nicola McKinley. And for the degree of Master of Science in Bioinformatics and Computational Genomics, Stephanie Beck. And for the degree of Master of Science in Clinical Education, Emmett Dorian. Taiwo Augustina Ladapo. And for the degree of Bachelor of Dental Surgery, Sarah Elizabeth Finnerty. Rachel Susan McGee. Peter Robert McGuckian. Niamh Marie Quinn. Dua Arif Qureshi. Aisling Toll. And for the degrees of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery and Bachelor of Obstetrics, Rana Danielle Ahmed. Naomi Claire Anderson. Kerry Ann Bowsey. Oisin Conan Farron. Megan Danielle Gawley. Akash Gian Chandani. Oganet Ejiri, Anthony Igo Mariho. Mark Irwin. Esther Alkinku. Eamon Robert Kirkland. Bilal Toyleb Korumbokas. Rizwan Laki. Ji Liang Ling. Jane Mary McCaughon. Ryan Arthur McConville. Anna Catherine McNulty. Ruben Singh Mehta. I. Tinzar Mo. Helen Elizabeth Monaghan. Konstantinos Nikolaou. Dennis Patrick O'Dwyer. Kehinde Omotolani Itun Olowa. Oshodi. Rachel Sarah Philpott. Keelan Farrell Power. Peter Joseph Rogan. Suleiman Shamshad. Nicole Kiva Simpson. Dharmesh Vishnubai Faland. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Science, Emer Francis Curran. Niamh Aisling Doherty. Miguel Gedtal. Jenny Grant. Tara Jennifer Hoban. Laura Rose Hockley. Aaron John Hutton. Megan Georgia Johnston. Axel Elisa Marie LaRue. Mary McCabe. Holly Megan Neil McCormick. Maeve Ellen McGurr. Lorna Elizabeth McMullen. Jamie Ross McQuaid. Henry Terence Pattison. Natasha Kristen Beth Wilson. Jamie Francis Young. Michael Adams. Michael David Bothwell. Anya Mary Curran. Laura Hannon. C.E. Lee. Oren Thomas Francis Mallon. Niamh Margaret Quigley. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Human Biology, Saffron Tara Cairns. Ashlyn Rose Fields. Connor John Finnerty. Emma Claire Graham. Kiva Herink. Brian Luke Macaulay. Lauren McAllister. Sophie McIntyre. Lucy Sarah Stewart. Catherine Louise Tennyson. Emma Rosanna Whiteside, Naomi Rebecca Adams, Rachel Ann Donaldson, Anna Roisin McGuinness, Shannon Mary Matthews, Caitlin Natasha McCutcheon, Hannah Sophia Morrison, Blanid Mullen Young, and for the degree of Bachelor of Medical Science Intercalated, Owen Peter Bradley. Dara Edward McGrath, Una Neve McCoy, Rachel Ellen Mooney, Stephanie Ann O'Hare, an integral part of medical and dental graduations at Queen's is the reciting of the Sponsio academica. The Sponsio is a solemn declaration whose roots go back to the time of Hippocrates. Previous graduates have recounted to me the profound effect which reciting this oath has with regard to the realization that they have joined a noble and trusted profession which places patients at the center of their working lives. I now ask all the medical and dental graduates to stand and to recite the Sponsio with me in the presence of your family, colleagues, and friends. Please stand. For those graduating in medicine, please state medicine and medical. For those graduating in dentistry, please state dentistry and dental. And I'd be grateful if you would just read this along with me. I do solemnly declare that as a graduate of Queen's University Belfast, I will make the care of my patients my first concern, keep my professional knowledge up to date, and recognise the limits of my professional competences. Treat each patient with respect and dignity. Treat each patient considerately, respect their views, provide them with information, and involve them in decisions about their care. Work collaboratively with colleagues in other healthcare professions in ways that best serve my patients' interests. Treat with respect and willingly assist all students and trainees in their learning so that they may acquire skills and competences necessary for good clinical care. Be honest and trustworthy, protect confidentiality, ensure that my personal beliefs do not compromise my patients' care, act quickly to protect my patients from risk, and will never abuse my position as a doctor-dentist. In all these matters, I will never discriminate unfairly against my patients or colleagues. I will hold in due regard the honourable obligations of the profession, doing nothing which would bring it into disrepute. Above all, I dedicate my professional life to the service entrusted to my care. Thank you. Please take a seat.
So many congratulations again on reaching this very significant milestone. We've really enjoyed the privilege of sharing this celebration with you. And as a university, we're very proud of what you've achieved. And we hope that you're proud, not just in your achievements, but also in your university. So do stay in touch with us through our Alumni and Development Relations Office and make the most of the opportunities available to our graduates. So congratulations again. You deserve your success, and I wish you much continued success in the future. Indeed, I look forward to hearing about your many successes in the years ahead. So enjoy the rest of your day. I can now declare closed this congregation for the celebration of degrees, diplomas and certificates, and invite our graduates to join the procession as it leaves the hall. Meantime, could guests wait until we've exited before leaving the hall. Thank you again.
Queen's Alumni Office was established to ensure that the relationship between graduates and alma mater becomes lifelong. Many people will have forged lasting personal and professional friendships while at Queen's, and the ongoing Alumni Outreach Programme aims to keep Queen's men and Queen's women in touch with the university and, of course, with each other. In time, alumni will make return visits to Queen's for reunions, public lectures, social and academic events, and perhaps further study. It's particularly important to stay in contact if careers are pursued overseas, and for this reason Queen's now has a number of graduate organisations based both here in Northern Ireland and throughout the world in Canada, America, the Far East, Africa and Northern Europe. So, graduation should not mark the end of your association with Queen's. Through the Alumni Office, those friends, contacts and memories can last a lifetime.